Alright guys, we're going to go back in time today, and we're looking at Tarmac Works. So, Tarmac Works has been making models for a really long time, and there's a lot of really old Global 64 stuff, and Hobby 64, that a lot of people just don't know exists. And I have some examples of that. You guys already know what they are, of course. But we've got some Lamborghinis. Now, a lot of people don't know that Tarmac Works even made Lamborghini. This was the only Lamborghini casting that they ever made. So I don't know if they made Lamborghini mad, or if they just wanted to make the SV and then just never got around to making anything else and they didn't renew their license. I don't know what happened. But we have 6 of the Lamborghini SVs. I believe there are 8 in total, so I don't have every single one of them. But yeah, here they all are. So you have a yellow one right here. You have a green one. You have an orange one. This was actually an event model. And then you have, this is the Indonesia Police livery version of it. And then you have a Need for Speed, I believe. Yeah, NFS Police, Need for Speed Police. And then you also have a Dubai Police version. So they are pretty cool. I believe they should all be licensed by Lamborghini if you look at the back. And maybe some of them weren't, and maybe that's why they never did more Lamborghini. Maybe they produced some without a license. Because now that we're looking at them, I do see 2 right here, this event model and this Dubai Police version, that do not have Lamborghini licensing on the back. And I don't see anything that denotes that they are licensed. Now, however, all the other ones they have the Lamborghini sticker on the back, and this is the older style Lamborghini sticker. They don't give these out anymore. Now they do a silver one, but I believe they're all licensed. If they're not, that could be kind of interesting. But anyways, the reason I wanted to do kind of a little video on these is I don't think I'm going to be keeping these. And you guys will kind of see why. They're not great. They're okay, but they're not great. But, yeah, we'll open all of them up. They come in these interesting, like, square-style boxes. You've got the little, like, shipping container box in there, which I believe these boxes don't even have, like, a holder for the car. But then you also have this little plastic mold and then a piece of cardboard in the background. So it is kind of a neat packaging style. But, yeah, so here's the yellow one. This is Yellow Orion, so this is, like, one of the standard Lamborghini colors, so it's nothing we have never seen before. Mini GT's done a bunch of Lamborghinis in this color code, but I'll show you guys one of the boxes. It just says Tarmac Works, Global 64, 1/64 scale. It does have some decent details, but as I was saying, I don't want to damage this by trying to open it because it has those stupid flaps. But yeah, as I was saying, there's nothing inside. So not very well thought out. Like, what are you going to do with that if you decided to store your car in it? You'd put it in there and the things would start breaking off of it, I'm sure. But, yeah, there it is. We'll go ahead and put this back in there. Put the insert back in there. But yeah, kind of cool. I like the design of the packaging. There's no waste here, which is what I like. It's like a window style. There's no waste. There's nothing you throw away. I'm sure some people have thrown away this, like, outer plastic before, but oh my gosh, they're kind of hard to put back together. Holy moly. Okay, I'm going to mess with that later because I'm going to end up putting the car back in that anyways. But we'll go ahead and set these in the background. Put that knife away so I don't cut myself. Get the green one out. In fact, I don't know that I've even ever taken these out of the packaging before. I think I've taken the yellow one out, but I don't know that I've taken any of the other ones out. And I've had these for a very long time. I've had these since I first started collecting Mini GTs. That's how long I've had these. And I kind of just forget that I have them. They're always just, like, stuck away on a shelf that I have down here. And they're not very great models, so I'm never taking them out and looking at them or anything. And so, yeah, I think it's time. I think it'll be time for me to pass these on to the next collector and sell them. But they are kind of cool, and that's why I wanted to do a video on them before they do go down the road. Because I don't I'm sure there's some videos out there, but I don't think I've seen a comprehensive video of these before with like any decent information. So I thought it would be fun. But yeah, like I said, I am missing 2. There is a red one, and there is also another orange one from this same mini car festival. So there is another orange version of this. I think it might have some different tampos on the car. This was like the regular event model, and then they did like a super limited edition version of the car at the event as well. I guess kind of similar to like what you would consider as like a dinner model nowadays that like Mini DT and all these brands do. And this one actually has a different insert, which is interesting. This one's got the clamshell style, and it kind of sits over that box. Kind of interesting. And then it's got a different background as well. It's got like the silhouette of the car. So this was from 2018. It says Tarmac 18 on it. So a long time ago. I don't remember when Tarmac Works started, but this is when they were still very new. I think Tarmac Works started in like 2016, 2017, something like that. But yeah, here is the lineup right here. Move the camera down just a tad so we can see them. So yeah, yellow, green, orange. Obviously, I'm missing the red one, missing the other orange one. And then you have your 3 police variants. So the paint on all of them is not bad. The Giallo Orion, which is what this one is actually supposed to be a metallic paint. This is just a gloss yellow. I don't know why they did a gloss yellow for this one, because for this, I believe this is Verde Mantis. Okay, so this one's Verde Ithaca. But this one's a metallic metal flake paint, and it actually looks quite nice. But the yellow one is just a gloss, so kind of weird. The orange one is also metal flake, and this one is Arancio Atlas. So, yeah, I mean, the paints are okay. I just don't know why this yellow one is not metal flake. I don't think it's supposed to be gloss. I could be wrong. And then, of course, the 3 police ones. The liveries all look pretty good. I've never played Need for Speed, so I'm not like a big Need for Speed fan, but I know a lot of people are. But here is the Indonesia police. It looks pretty good. Highway Patrol. And then the Dubai police with the white and green also looks pretty cool. These all do have plastic bases, I believe. Yes, 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 and yes. So they all have plastic bases. They are pretty heavy models. I'm assuming the castings on these are pretty thick, because they almost feel like they have metal bases, but they do not. Another interesting thing is you'll notice on the bottom right here, there's a little screw hole, almost like they were going to make like a Hobby 64 version of this and put it in an acrylic case, but never got around to it or lost their licensing. But yeah, paints are all pretty good. I think this green one is my favorite. The headlights on these are rough. You can see they are acrylic lenses, and you do have like the daytime running light details behind there, but like there's like all kinds of like extra plastic. They don't fit into the casting very well. Like you see this one overlaps quite a bit in this back corner. They're very foggy. The lines underneath the lenses are kind of blocky and big and thick. This yellow one looks really bad. Orange one, yeah, orange one's cloudy. Again, you have like the extra like plastic piece in there, and they don't sit very flush, and they're just not very great looking. Yeah, you can see like weird like little globs of like plastic in there. So yeah, definitely a little rough on the headlights. The taillights aren't bad, but they're not very detailed. On the Aventador, you have like that black design that runs through there. These are just like red inserts. And again, I'm sure there's some issues with them not being super flush. But it looks like they have a little bit of detail on the inside of there. It looks like that black part that goes on there, looks like they kind of molded on the inside with silver, which is an interesting choice. But you can like see this one in the corner. It's got like some funky stuff going on. Yeah. I mean, not terrible. It is cool that they actually are acrylic, but they just don't look very good. Um, and then you also, since this is the SV, you have this tall wing in the back, which it's just black plastic. I mean, I guess there's not really too much to say about it, but yeah, the mirrors on these are rubber, which is kind of cool. So it looks like, well, no, I guess Mini GT started making models in like 2018 as well. So I don't know, maybe Mini GT copied Tarmac Works, or maybe Tarmac copied Mini GT. I don't really know. I don't have a lot of these. I don't really have any other old models from Tarmac Works like this. Not any Global 64s. But yeah, kind of interesting. They all do have Lamborghini badges, and they are separate pieces on the front. That is actually one of the things I like the most about these, is those Lamborghini badges actually do look pretty good. They're not printed on. It's actually a little separate piece, and they look decent. Some of them are a little crooked, of course. That always happens with these, but they're kind of cool. Badges are kind of cool. And then you also have logos in the center of the wheels. And I do like the SV a lot. The SV is a really cool car because it's got like these like lace type wheels, which is cool. But yeah. Also, another thing I will point out about these specific Aventadors, which even if people have seen these before, they might not know, these actually do have suspension. So I don't know if you can kind of see like this one kind of bouncing up and down a little bit. They actually do have suspension, which is cool. And they do kind of roll. The wheels do get hung up, and they don't roll very smoothly. They're bumpy. Some of the wheels get caught on the fenders. But yeah, they do actually have like working suspension, which is very interesting, because I don't know if we've seen that very often from Tarmac Works in the past. But yeah, you can kind of see, like, I'll push up on both wheels, and it actually does have suspension, which is interesting. But yeah, I don't really know what more to say about them. They're not super great looking, but I believe this is the only Lamborghini Aventador SV that we have seen from our typical premium brands. I think like Hot Wheels has done it before, but that doesn't count. But yeah, only licensed SVs that I know of. I'm hoping that Mini GT makes the SV at some point. The SV is cool. I'm not very partial to it. I like the SVJ more, or just the regular Aventador. So like, I'm not just going to keep these for the sake of it being the only SVs. But yeah, they are kind of cool. I've had them for probably 3 years now. I've enjoyed them a little bit here and there. So yeah, time to pass them on, but wanted to do a video on them so that you guys could learn something if you didn't know that these were a thing. License plate details. I believe these do all have tampo prints. I don't think any of them are decals. This one's got some paint rash on the hood right there. I don't know if you can see that. It's got some real bad paint rash, kind of bubbling up a little bit. And this one does too on the hood right there. You can see those bubbles. So yeah, not the best looking cars, but they are kind of cool just because they're old, and they're SVs, and like they've got some interesting like police liveries and stuff. But yeah, not the greatest, but they are cool. And that's pretty much all I have to say about them. But yeah, just wanted to show them off. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of them down in the comments below. Let me know if you've ever seen these before, or if this is brand new news to you. Like I said, these are very old models, very old castings. You can tell because it is the old Tarmac Works logo, which I think only lasted for the first year or two of their of them being a company. So if you see anything with this old Tarmac Works logo, it is a very old model. And it will also reflect in how well the model is. A lot of the old Tarmac Works stuff is pretty rough. Not all of it. I think some of the Hobby 64 stuff was good, but the Global 64 stuff was not very detailed. They've definitely made a lot of progress throughout the years. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.